Wah! Wah! He screamed, and Seun herself jacked out of the bed in fear. Ayo, what is it? What is going on with you? Ayo breathing so fast, his clothes soaked as if he was poured a bucket of water, trying to get his voice back to steady, while his wife, Seun, could see the turmoil in his eyes. Ayo, please, she pleaded. Auntie Seun and Ayo sat in their living room, the fear of the curse laid upon them by Mama Bimbo gripping their hearts. The once vibrant and warm house now felt cold and foreboding. Seun looked at Ayo, her eyes filled with a mix of worry and desperation. Ayo, look, I know I trust you, she began hesitantly, but you just have to tell me the truth. Did you? Did you do it? Her voice trembled as she asked the question that had been gnawing at her mind. Ayo's face twisted in anger. What kind of question are you asking, Seun? If I did it, I would be glad to admit it, he snapped. But deep down, his heart was filled with fear. The curse that Mama Bimbo had placed on them weighed heavily on his conscience. He was terrified of the repercussions and torn between confession and maintaining his pride. Meanwhile, back in Ibadan, Mama Bimbo and Bimbo tried to return to their normal lives. Word of the incident spread throughout the village of Ibadan. Some people sympathized with Bimbo and Mama Bimbo, while others whispered behind their backs, questioning the truth. Bimbo tried to ignore the gossip, but it was difficult to face the judgmental stares of their neighbors. Bimbo focused on preparing for her baby, but the emotional scars of her experience weighed heavily on her. The tension between Mama Bimbo and Bimbo was palpable. Mama Bimbo's anger and disappointment were evident in every word she spoke, and Bimbo's guilt and remorse were just as apparent in her tearing face. Can you see the disgrace you have brought upon yourself and your family? Mama Bimbo's voice was a mix of frustration and sorrow. I never wanted you to visit Auntie Seun for other reasons, but you insisted. You were so adamant, and I allowed you to go so you could be happy. But look at the outcome. Bimbo, still crying profusely, could only beg for forgiveness. Mama, please, I am so sorry. I never thought this would happen. I never imagined it, Mama. Mama Bimbo interrupted. Her tone softened slightly, but still firm. You better get up and stop that crying, Bimbo. This is not just about you being pregnant. Remember, a child will be born, and that child will need to be taken care of. We have to think about the future now. We must work hard and put what happened behind us. She paused, taking a deep breath. Her thoughts with a mixture of hurt and determination. But all I know is that I will surely teach Ayo and Seun a big lesson. Whenever he sees a woman, he will run. He will run very far away from them. That man has touched the wrong person. He had made me to remember all the places I had forgotten, but I will revisit them to seal the curse I placed on them. Àwọn olóṣì, ọmọ jàtijàti. She insulted them in her own language. In the days that followed, Mama Bimbo's resolve only grew stronger. She was determined to protect her daughter and ensure that Ayo and Seun faced the consequences of their actions, she began making plans to visit the spiritual leaders and healers she knew, those who had the power to enforce and even strengthen the curse she had placed on Ayo. Mama, what are you going to do? Bimbo asked one evening, her voice trembling. She had noticed her mother's increased determination and the intense look in her eyes. I'm going to make sure Ayo pays for what he did, Mama Bimbo replied, her voice resolute. He will regret ever crossing paths with our family. Mama Bimbo made arrangements to travel to the nearby village where the most powerful spiritual healer, Baba Femi, resided. Baba Femi was known for his ability to invoke powerful causes and provide justice for the wronged. She hoped he could help her strengthen the cause and ensure that Ayo would suffer for his actions. Arriving at Baba Femi's house, Mama Bimbo felt a sense of purpose. She explained the situation to him, her voice filled with emotion as she recounted Bimbo's ordeal and the betrayal by Ayo. Baba Femi, I need your help to ensure that Ayo faces the consequences of his action. She pleaded. He has hurt my daughter and disrespected our family. The curse I placed on him must be enforced. Baba Femi listened attentively, his expression serious. Mama Bimbo, your pain is deep and your anger is justified. I will help you strengthen the cause. But remember, true justice comes from within. Ayo must realize his wrongdoings and seek forgiveness to truly be free. Baba Femi, I don't want to forgive him. That man doesn't deserve forgiveness, both him and his wife. Could you believe that they walked me out of their house, especially that his wife, my sister Seun? She so much believed what her husband was saying. She didn't listen to Bimbo, my daughter. She was so defensive, she said. But the Baba Femi wanted her to forgive only if Ayo had genuine repentance. Okay, Baba Femi, until then, she replied. But Baba, please, let me still remind you, I want every children that sees them, whether on the streets or anywhere at all, should see them as masquerade and run away from them. The Baba agreed with all Mama Bimbo said. No problem, Mama Bimbo. I will do all you have said. Baba Femi performed the ritual to strengthen the cause. He chanted incantations, burned sacred herbs, and invoked the spirit of justice. Mama Bimbo watched with a mixture of awe and determination, knowing that this was the right step to take. Let the curse be unbreakable until Ayo seeks true forgiveness and makes amends for his actions. Baba Femi declared, may his wrongs weigh heavily on his conscience, and may he find no peace until he does what is right. Mama Bimbo felt a sense of relief and empowerment. She thanked Baba Femi and returned back to Ibadan, ready to face whatever came next. Back home, Bimbo focused on preparing for the arrival of her baby. She found comfort in her mother's strength and the support of their families and friends. Despite the whispers and judgment from some, there were many who offered their kindness and assistance. As the months passed, Bimbo gave birth to a healthy baby boy. She named him Tayo, which means joy, because despite everything, he brought light into her life. Mama Bimbo and Bimbo poured all their loves and care into Tayo. determined to give him a happy life. Bimbo's strength and resilience began to inspire others in the village. Slowly, people started to come around, offering support and kindness. Mama Bimbo's determination to protect her daughter and grandson earned her respect, and the whispers of doubt began to fade. Mama, I am scared, Bimbo admitted one evening as they sat together. Scared of what, Bimbo? Mama Bimbo asked her. What if Ayo never seeks forgiveness? What if the curse never ends? Mama Bimbo took her daughter's hands, her eyes filled with fears, determination. Bimbo, we will face whatever comes our way. We will raise your child with love and strength. Ayo's fate is in his own hands. If he never seeks forgiveness, then he will live with the consequences of his actions. But we will not let his wrongs define our future. After all, I never had in mind to forgive him, because what he did was an abomination. For him to pregnant his own wife's niece, even though he's a woman chaser, why can't he do it to people of his age? By the way, why are you suddenly having pity for him? She asked Bimbo. Bimbo swallowed her saliva hard. Mama, there is nothing. It's just that I was wondering if the cost was too much to place on a person, she replied. Meanwhile, Ayo's life had become a living nightmare. The curse weighed heavily on him, and his guilt gnawed at his conscience. He found it increasingly difficult to function, plagued by nightmares and constant sense of dread. One night, when Ayo and his wife, Seun, was fast asleep, not too long, Ayo jumped out of the bed, screaming as if he was attacked by a wild ghost. Wah! Wah! He screamed, and Seun herself jacked out of the bed in fear. Ayo, what is it? What is going on with you? Ayo breathing so fast, his clothes soaked as if he was poured a bucket of water, trying to get his voice back to steady, while his wife, Seun, could see the turmoil in his eyes. Ayo, please, she pleaded softly. Is there something I need to know? This cause, it feels so real, and I can't shake the feelings that something terrible is going to happen. Please, just tell me the truth. Ayo looked away, unable to meet her gaze. His mind was a battlefield of conflicting emotions. He wanted to confess, to unburden himself of the guilt, but his ego kept him silent. He knew that admitting the truth would shatter their lives even more, but the fear of the cause was becoming unbearable. Few days later, on a Saturday evening, Seun and her husband Ayo was taking their usual evening walk when some children playing by the roadside suddenly saw Ayo and Seun. One of them, pointing at them, screamed at the top of his voice, "Masquerade! Masquerade!" When other children looked and saw them, they all ran, but surprisingly, the few adults around were not seeing anything. Please, Oga, did you see any masquerade around here? Ayo asked a man. The man asked, why are you asking me? No, I didn't see any masquerade. Nothing at all, he replied. Even me, I was surprised to hear them shout. He said, but don't mind them. They weren't serious, he replied. Ayo and Seun looked at themselves, but didn't utter a word. But getting to their house, one of their neighbor's children saw them and they ran away screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, see masquerade." Their parents were surprised to see their children reactions, and they felt it was one of those pranks they usually play with Auntie Seun and Ayo. This continued even at the church, marketplace, and gatherings. This caused a lot of embarrassment for them. Each passing day, Seun and Ayo was losing their self-esteem, and they always find it hard to step out of their house. For few times now, Seun had stopped going to her shop. Does it mean that Mama Bimbo, my sister, is a witch, or is it just our imaginations and fear of her utterances that is hurting us? She thought aloud. Seun on her own began to search for help, to know what exactly was happening to them. She went to several prophets and visited some native men and women, but they keep telling them that there was nothing wrong with them, that they only needed to do few cleansing baths to chase away any bad spirit from them. Seun and Ayo did cleansing baths. It now seems that the forces reinforced themselves back this time around. It was more frequent. One night, Seun had feelings to meet with Ayo, but Ayo wasn't active. He was confused and called Seun. "Seun, I don't know what is wrong with my," he stammered. "With your words, Ayo?" Seun asked out of curiosity. Ayo pointing at his private part area. When Seun touched it, it was as soft as jelly. "Ha! My word, Temiti Bami, I am finished," she exclaimed. She placed her two hands on her head. "Ayo, we must visit the hospital first thing tomorrow morning, because this is not normal at all. I have never seen this type of thing before," Seun said, and Ayo, looking so confused, nodded as if he was learning how to talk. The next day, they visited the hospital. Ayo explained to the doctor what was going on down there, and the doctor examined him but had a very bad news for Ayo. "Mr. Ayo, I am sorry to announce this news to you. You won't be able to have children of your own as a result of bad erectile dysfunction," the doctor explained. Ayo's mouth dropped in disbelief. He couldn't bear the news he just heard. The doctor had to call his wife, Auntie Seun, to come in. As Auntie Seun walked in, she saw the expression on Ayo's face. She couldn't wait to ask, "Doctor, please, what is going on here? Ayo, why is your face like that?" Ayo was still in shock. He couldn't utter a word. Auntie Seun turned to the doctor. "Please, what is wrong with my husband?" she asked. "Madam, I just finished running some tests on your husband, and the result shows that your husband is having issue down there, and he wouldn't be able to father a child of his own." As the doctor was still explaining, Auntie Seun exclaimed, "Jesu," in her language, meaning Jesus. "No, it can't be true. How come, doctor? What would be the cause? And what are we going to do about it? Please, doctor." The doctor continued. He had to visit the hospital for proper treatment and close monitoring. Hopefully, there might be some improvement, not 40% guarantee, the doctor explained. "But madam, you have to take it easy. It is not the end of the world. We just have to commence treatment," he advised Auntie Seun. On their way back home, they were both having deep thoughts in their minds. As they got in their house, Ayo and Seun sat in the living room when they heard a hard knock at the door. At first, they ignored it, not until Auntie Seun heard the voice of one of her workers from the salon, screaming at the top of her voice, Auntie Seun, it's me, Rosemary. Auntie Seun, please, come. The shop is on fire. Ayo and Auntie Seun quickly ran outside. What did you just say, Rosemary? Auntie Seun asked. We got to the shop this morning, and as we were about switching on the hairdryer for a client, the next thing we heard was boom. The hairdryer exploded. It happened so fast. The whole shop caught fire. Everyone tried their best to off it, but it couldn't off. So I had to rush down here to call you because your phone wasn't going through. The news was too much for Auntie Seun to bear. She collapsed on the chair and fainted, but was later revived. Few days later, after the fire incident at the shop, Seun noticed the change in her husband. He was no longer the confident man she had married. Instead, he was a shadow of his former self, haunted by the fear of all that had been happening to them. The curse seemed to take hold. Children in the neighborhood continued to avoid them and their home, and the couple felt a growing sense of isolation. Ayo's guilt gnawed at him, and he started losing sleep, haunted by nightmares of Mama Bimbo's words. Days turned into weeks, and the atmosphere in their home grew more oppressive. Ayo couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the angry face of Mama Bimbo and the sorrowful eyes of Bimbo. Seun's behavior changed too. She became distant, her trust in her husband eroding with each passing day. The children in the neighborhood continued to avoid them. Mothers would hurry their children past the house, casting weird glances at Ayo and Seun. The couple's isolated deepened, and the weight of the curse hung over them like a dark cloud. Seun, unable to bear the strain any longer, decided to seek help. She approached the village elders, hoping they could offer a solution. The elders listened to her plight with grave expressions. "This is a serious matter," one of the elders said. "The curse laid upon your household is powerful because it is fueled by truth and injustice. If Ayo is indeed guilty, the only way to break the curse is through genuine repentance and seeking forgiveness." Seun felt a glimmer of hope, but also a deepening sense of dread. She knew that convincing Ayo to confess would be a monumental task. She returned home, determined to try one last time to reach her husband. That evening, Seun found Ayo sitting alone in the living room, staring blankly at the wall. She sat down beside him, taking his hand in her hands. "Ayo, we need to talk," she said gently. "I went to see the village elders. They said that the only way to lift this curse is for you to confess and seek forgiveness." Ayo's face hardened, but there was a flicker of fear in his eyes. "I told you, Seun, I didn't do it. This is all a misunderstanding." Seun squeezed his hand tightly. "Ayo, please, I can't live like this anymore. The fear, the isolation, it's tearing us apart. If you did it, please just admit it. We can find a way to make things right. But if you keep denying it, the cause will only get worse. Ayo felt a surge of anger. Why don't you believe me, Seun? Why do you think I'm lying? Seun's voice broke. Because I can see it in your eyes, Ayo. You are scared. You are scared of the cause, and you are scared of the truth coming out. But we can't live in fear forever. Please, for the sake of our marriage and our future, tell me the truth. Seun, noticing Ayo's distress, began to question her husband's innocence. The certainty she once had started to waver, and she found herself wondering if there was truth to Bimbo's accusations. This doubt created a rift between them, and their once happy marriage began to crumble. One day, Seun approached Ayo. Ayo, you know I have asked you severally if there is something I need to know. You said no. Now I am giving you the opportunity to speak up. Please, Ayo, once again, is there something you are not telling me? Because I realize that since Mama Bimbo plays that curse, you hardly sleep and feeling scared at all time. Ayo's heart pounded in his chest. He could feel the walls closing in around him. The weight of his guilt was suffocating him, and he knew that Seun was right. He couldn't keep living these lies, but admitting the truth felt like stepping off a cliff into the unknown. He took deep breaths, his hands trembling. Seun, he stammered. I don't know how to say this, he began, his voice barely above a whisper. I made a terrible mistake. I never meant for it to happen, but it did. I was drunk and weak, and I let my desires control me. I'm so sorry. Seun, chattered by Ayo's confession, felt a mix of betrayal and heartbreak. She loved her husband, but couldn't ignore the pain he had caused. The curse seemed to loom over them, and she wondered if they would ever find peace. Her eyes was filled with tears, but she didn't let go of his hands. Ayo, thank you for telling me the truth now, although it came too late. And my pain here was how disrespected I was to my sister, Mama Bimbo, and Bimbo, my niece. She wept. What eyes will I use to see my sister, Mama Bimbo, and my niece? And you also betrayed me, your wife. But what can I do? It's all part of sacrifice for love. Anyways, we will find a way to get through this together. But you need to make things right with Bimbo and Mama Bimbo. That is the first step to take. Listen to me, Ayo. You need to seek forgiveness, oh. Seun urged him one evening. This curse is destroying us. Please, go to Mama Bimbo and make amends. Ayo's pride still held him back, but the fear and the guilt were becoming unbearable. He knew deep down that Seun was right. He had to face his actions and seek forgiveness if he ever wanted to find peace. After many sleepless nights and endless torments, Ayo finally made a decision. He would go to Bimbo and Mama Bimbo to confess his wrongdoings and seek their forgiveness. It was a difficult step, but he knew it was the only way to lift the curse and begin to heal. He reached out to the village elders, asking for their forgiveness. and their guidance and support. The elders, seeing his genuine remorse, agreed to help facilitate a meeting with Bimbo and Mama Bimbo. The day of the meeting arrived, and Ayo stood before Bimbo and Mama Bimbo, his heart pounding with fears and hope. Even though Mama Bimbo agreed with the elders that Ayo and Seun can come, she couldn't bear to see Ayo and Seun around her. She calculated the distance between her and Ayo, and she jumped on Ayo and grabbed him to herself and bit hell out of him. Ayo screamed, "Ẹ gbà mí o! Ẹ gbà mí o!" The elders and some of the youths around helped to save him from the hand of Mama Bimbo. Mama Bimbo rained abusive words on him. Seun stood by his side in fear. She couldn't go closer to her sister, Mama Bimbo. The elders had to intervene. They calmed Mama Bimbo and she later calmed down. "Ayo, please, go ahead," one of the elders said. "Mama Bimbo, Ayo began, his voice trembling. "I am deeply sorry for what I did. I was weak and wrong, and I betrayed your trust. I know that my actions have caused you immense pain, and I am ready to do whatever it takes to make amends. Please, find it in your heart to forgive me." Mama Bimbo and Bimbo listened, their face reflecting a range of emotions. There was anger, hurt, and betrayal, but also a glimmer of hope. Mama Bimbo spoke first, her voice firm but not unkind. "Ayo, your actions have caused great pain to my daughter and our family. Forgiveness will not come easily, but for the sake of healing, we will try. And you must take the responsibilities of baby Tayo," Mama Bimbo said. Ayo and Seun agreed. Bimbo nodded, tears in her eyes. "Uncle Ayo, I don't know if I can ever forget what happened, but I hope that in time I can forgive you. For now, we need to focus on the future and on Tayo's well-being." With the first steps towards forgiveness taken, Ayo and Seun began the long process of rebuilding trust. They attended counseling sections, sought guidance from the elders, and worked hard to mend their fractured relationships. It was not as easy as it looks, but they were committed to making things right. The village, seeing the effort of both families to heal and move forward, rallied around them. They offered support, understanding, and encouragement. Slowly, the whispers of doubt faded, replaced by a sense of unity and hope. As time passed, the curses hold on Ayo and Seun's household seemed to loosen. Children no longer avoided their home, and the sense of their fears began to dissipate. Ayo and Seun found strength in each other and in the support of their surroundings, determined to build a better future. Through their struggles, both families learned the power of forgiveness and the importance of facing the truth. They realized that healing was a journey, one that required patience, understanding, and love. With each step forward, they moved closer to a place of peace and redemption. As they looked towards the future, they knew there would be more challenges to face, but with the strength and support of their family and the villagers, they felt ready to take whatever came next. They had learned that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for a new beginning. The journey towards healing and redemption continued with each day, bringing new lessons and opportunities for growth. Ayo and Seun, along with Bimbo and Mama Bimbo, faced their challenges with courage and determination, knowing that they were not alone. They had each other, their community, and the unwavering belief that forgiveness and love could overcome even the deepest wounds. Thank you so much for watching this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please kindly drop in the comment section what you learned from this story. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, because when you subscribe, it helps my algorithm, and also share to your friends and your loved ones. Until I bring another beautiful story your way, bye.